The government of Uzbekistan treats human rights advocates as hostile and dangerous to the state. This is the country where you cannot criticize the government, and you cannot freely discuss human rights concerns or any problems in society. International observers place the government of Uzbekistan alongside North Korea in assessments of respect of civil rights and freedoms. Uzbekistan is the most populous country in Central Asia, with a population of 30 million. Yet there are only a dozen civil society activists openly exposing the continuous human rights violations by the authorities. These people live under constant surveillance by the Uzbek police anti-terrorism unit. In fact, the government of Uzbekistan equates and treats their peaceful human rights activities with terrorism. The Human Rights Alliance of Uzbekistan is a group of people united by one desire: to help people. The human rights defenders who are members of the alliance work out their commitment to help any person, whether an illegally dismissed former official or a poor farmer whose land was seized. Elena Urlaeva has led the Human Rights Alliance for 10 years. According to many representatives of civil society, Elena is the most fearless human rights defender in Uzbekistan. The Uzbek government has tried to intimidate her with public attacks, beatings, placing her in a psychiatric hospital, and filing charges in the courts. Despite all of these threats, Elena stubbornly continues to defend human rights.
Ну, конечно, мы живые люди, и нам присущ страх, но то, что я являюсь лидером, даже когда мне и немного страшно, я не показываю вид, и всегда стараюсь быть впереди всех, всегда стараюсь показывать пример другим, что можно бороться, что можно отстаивать свои права, защищать людей. Это делаем, несмотря ни на какие преследования.
Elena and her colleagues are willing to listen to everyone. People come to them with a variety of complaints. They helped to obtain a traffic light at an intersection near a school. They stood together with the residents of the demolished houses, demanding fair compensation, exposed corruption by judges and prosecutors, demanded accountability of police who beat prisoners, and documented forced labor in the cotton sector. Alliance member Shuhrat Rustamov believes that even in an authoritarian state, it is necessary to learn the law and use it to protect people from the government. He helps people to write complaints to various state institutions. People from all parts of Uzbekistan call on him, desperate to find justice. He gives them hope in the context of fair, perhaps the most important service. Human rights activists persistently assert the constitution and laws should be followed. The alliance members shared their reflections on why they confront the authorities despite the grave risks. Added Kim, a member of the Human Rights Alliance.
Привлекать, собственно говоря, какой-либо ответственности, потому что я действую теми законными способами, которые предусмотрены законодательством. Все, я не вхожу за рамки, я просто реализую свои конституционные права.
But often it is not possible to achieve the rule of law, and human rights defenders are forced to organize pickets and publicly demand respect of the rights of citizens. In response, the Uzbek government imposes huge fines, beats the activists, and threatens them with criminal punishment. For example, the former farmer and current alliance member Alikul Sarımsakov reported about the corruption of the local authorities. For this, the government accused him of anti-constitutional activities, and in October 2013, they illegally detained him in a psychiatric clinic. In the face of threats and harassment, these brave activists advocate for freedom and dignity. They're showing their courage, risking their lives as they selflessly come to the aid of desperate people. Their weak voice of truth should be heard loud and clear.